The camera drifts high above the hills, through a thick, damp veil of mist. It hangs low and heavy over the Wuhanliang range, swallowing every tree line and ridge in soft white. The camera holds its course, dipping lower, cutting through layer after layer of cold moisture. The mist begins to thin. Shapes emerge, sharp against the soft haze. The land is carved, not by wind or water, by hand. Thousands of years ago, someone moved enough stone to change the shape of the hill. The camera pushes through the final veil of mist, and the altar reveals itself. It rises from the earth in 3 massive, solid tiers, cut from blocks of granite so old their edges have worn soft against time. It follows the ancient principle of Chunwang Jibang, a perfect circle carved into the solid square base. Every line is symmetrical, every corner sits exactly where it should. A faint, cold glow leaks from the center, casting blue light over the weathered stone. Thousands of worshippers gather around the altar's base. They stand in rigid, perfectly ordered rows, stretching from the edge of the clearing all the way back into the trees. No one speaks, no one moves. The silence stretches so deep it presses on the air. It hums with the solemn, unbroken weight of the gathering. An ancient ritual is about to begin. A low, deep vibration rises through the soles of every person's feet. It starts small, almost unnoticeable, then swells until it rumbles in every chest. The drum beat comes from the earth itself, not from any instrument held by the crowd. It beats once, holds, beats again. The crowd shifts. The entire mass of people pulls apart slowly down the center, step by step, until a clear, straight path opens all the way from the tree line to the altar's core. No one pushes, no one hurries. Every movement is synchronized with the slow drum beat. The first of the 12 khans steps onto the path. He moves at a measured, regal pace. He carries a jade dragon coiled into a perfect circle, its scales polished smooth by centuries of ritual. The second khan follows immediately behind. He holds a carved oracle bone, its surface etched with tiny symbols that catch the blue flame's light. The third carries a fragment of black stone meteorite, cold enough to fog the air around it. One by one, they step forward. The fourth bears a shell filled with sacred mountain water that does not spill, no matter how he walks. The fifth carries a lump of unrefined gold, wrapped in raw linen that does not fray. Each step falls in time with the drum. Each artifact glows faintly, responding to the blue flame at the altar's center. The weight of 12 separate nations, 12 separate histories, presses down on the valley. The last khan steps onto the path. He takes his measured steps up the tiered stone. When all 12 are in place, the drum beat stops. The silence returns, heavier than before. The 12 khans stand at the altar's edges, their artifacts held forward toward the blue flame at the center. Their united alliance fills every corner of the valley. High Priest Huan steps forward from between the 2 end khans, moving slowly toward the altar's core. He stops just short of the steady blue flame, folds his hands at his waist, and holds his position. The silence presses harder. Every eye locks on him, every breath catches. He opens his mouth. The first syllable spills out, low and resonant, rolling across the valley without any need for amplification. It is not a modern word. It comes from a language older than any nation carved on any map. It is the first line of the ancient Cheonbugyong, the most sacred scripture of the people. The stone altar beneath his feet thrums. A single golden character pushes up from the carved stone, bright as captured sunlight. It rises 10 feet into the air, holding its position above the altar's edge. Huanin speaks the second syllable. A second character rises, then the third, then the fourth. One by one, with each ancient word he speaks, another golden character breaks free from the stone. By the time he reaches the end of the first verse, all 81 characters have risen into the air. They begin to spin, slow and steady, around the entire 3-tiered structure. They form a perfect, glowing ring of light, bright enough to outshine the blue flame at the altar's core. A low, deep hum spills out from the spinning characters. It vibrates in every bone, every tooth, every drop of blood in the valley. Tiny, glowing mystical particles drift off the surface of the characters. They catch the light and drift upward, floating slow toward the pale sky above. The sacred scripture has come to life. It wraps the entire ritual in a tangible, electric mysticism that no written page could ever hold. The first shiva runs through the front row of worshippers. It spreads outward, fast, passing from person to person, until every single watching person feels it crawl up their spine. The entire crowd holds still, stunned by the miracle unfolding before their eyes. The shiver dies down, but the hum never fades. It holds, steady and thrumming, as High Priest Huanin draws breath to speak the next verse. Before the syllable can leave his lips, something shifts at the altar's core. The ancient blue flame that has burned steady suddenly surges. It does not grow slowly, it leaps. It shoots upward in a single violent burst, the cold blue vanishing the instant it moves, replaced by pure, brilliant white light. The light does not stop when it clears the altar's top tier. It does not slow when it hits the lowest layer of clouds. It keeps going, straight up. A massive solid pillar of unyielding light that punches through every layer of cloud and keeps climbing, until its tip pierces the heart of the Milky Way itself. Huanin freezes mid-breath. The spinning golden characters speed up their rotation, their glow matching the intensity of the light pillar. A deep, pulling force rolls out from the altar. The clouds around the top of the light pillar begin to shift. They pull outward, slow at first, then faster, dragged apart by the unrelenting force of the connected worlds. Within 10 seconds, they have split open into a perfect, clean circle. The entire valley holds its breath. Through the gap in the clouds, a faint glimmer spills down. The camera pulls back slow from the glowing gap in the clouds, stepping away from the altar to show the full weight of what has happened. The sacred white light spills down from the celestial city, merging with the pillar rising from the altar's core. It begins to spread outward, rolling out from the stone structure slow and steady, across the grass of the valley, up the mist-shrouded hills that ring the sight. It does not stop at the valley's edge. It keeps rolling, across rivers and mountains, across every border drawn between the 12 allied nations. Thin golden threads of energy unfurl from the altar, reaching out to wrap around each nation's land, tying them together with a single glowing link. Every worshipper gathered around the altar lifts their face to the sky. The warm divine light spills across their upturned features, catching the glow of awe in every eye. For this single perfect moment, all divisions vanish. All old grudges fade. All borders blur. Every human being gathered across the entire continent stands united in peace. The light holds, bright and steady, unwavering for a long breath that stretches across the entire world. Then it begins to dim. Slow at first, then faster, the glow softens, pulls back, and fades. The screen slips into black before anyone can draw a new breath. Nothing is said of what comes next. No voice announces the coming great migration. No prophecy hints at the bitter division waiting to shatter this peace. No one speaks of the end of this age of unity. The silence hangs in the dark, heavy with unspoken fate, and waits.